equations. One's quadratic and one's linear. And one of the things I want you to realize is that you can have one solution, two solutions, and always possible 0 solutions. So I'm going to use the graphing calculator for this, but in order to do that, we have to take a look. We have to make sure that y is all by itself. So for the quadratic, you can see y is all by itself. It's ready to go. Over on the linear equation, it is not. So I'm going to have to move 1 first, and I get 2y equals x plus 1. And then I'm going to divide by 2, and I get y equals 1/2 x plus 1/2. All right, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out my graphing calculator. I'm going to go to y equals. I have my plot 1 on, so I'm going to go up and I'm going to press enter. I'm going to turn that off. And now I'm going to type in negative x squared plus 3x minus 1. And then I'm going to type in 1 divided by 2 x plus 1 divided by 2. If you don't like doing that, and I really don't like doing that, to be completely honest with you, I would use 0.5x plus 0.5. Remember, 1/2 x plus 1/2 is the same thing. Now, I'm going to graph it, and you're going to see this does not look good. And the reason why is because my table's not set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press zoom. I'm going to press zoom 6. And that brings me back to kind of like the home. And now you can see, now that doesn't look great. And here's where this whole video kind of comes together. There's 2 things you can do. Well, 2 things that you should do. The first thing is I'm going to go to here. I'm going to pull up my table. And I'm going to look at a couple of values. So this is going to be a little bit hard, but I'm going to say x and y, and that's going to be for my quadratic. So since it's going to be for my quadratic, maybe I'll do it in orange. Stay consistent here. And then let's see, what do we have? We have negative 1. I'm going to do negative 2. I'm going to do negative 1 to positive 4. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it's for the Regents exam. You have to show your work. Negative 5, negative 1, 1, 1. Negative 5, negative 1, 1, 1. Oops. Negative 1. And negative 5. And then over here, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to use the same values. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see, what do I have? 0. Oh. 1/2. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, etc. All right. You can see they're going up by 1/2. The one thing I do want you to notice is this. Here, at 1, we get 1. And here at 2, we get 1. Which means at 1.5, it should be our turning point. So on your reference sheet, you will get x equals negative b over 2a. And that gives you your turning point, or your vertex rather. So it's going to be negative 3 over 2 times a negative 1, which is negative 3 over a negative 2, which is positive 1.5, which confirms what we were thinking. So now I need to find out what is the value when x is 1.5. And negative 1.5. There's an easy way of doing this. You go on to 0 and you press plus, and it says, how do we want to change the table? Well, I'm going to change my table by 0.5 units. And now at 1.5, you can see it's 1.25. So that's my vertex. The other thing I'm hoping that you just noticed was this is the same here. At 1, it's 1. Oh, look at that. Oh, this this is actually really convenient. That's 1, it's 1. And at 1 and 1.25, oh, wait a second. Oh, at 1.5, oh, geez Louise, made a mistake there. At 1.5, this is also 1.25. And now, this is all getting a little bit convoluted. I'm going to explain everything right now. I'm going to go back to my graph. Like I said, my graph's a little bit hard to see. So if you go to zoom and you go to box, this is actually really helpful. You press zoom, you go to box. What you can do is, you'll see there's a little cursor here. You can actually, you press enter, and you can actually draw a little box around what you want to zoom in on. So I'm just going to draw a box around what I want to zoom in on. And you can see there's my parabola. And there is my point of intersection. So I'm going to do another box. I'm going to zoom in on this again, because this is still a little bit hard to see. So let's see. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go to here, and that should probably do it. Let's see. That's my parabola. And there we go. Now, here's the part that's kind of cool. If you press second and calculate, you press, let's see, I believe it's 5. I'm traveling on the parabola, so I'm going to go down here. I'm going to press enter. Now I'm traveling on my linear equation. I'm going to go over here, because I know the intersections between those two. It says guess. I don't know why it says guess, but there we go. 1, 1. That's one of our intersecting points. So then I'm going to press second and trace again. I'm going to press 5 again. And now I'm going to find our second intersection point. I'm traveling on the parabola. I'm going to press enter here. Now I'm traveling on the linear equation. I'm going to go past our intersection. I'm going to press enter here. It says guess. Nope, not going to guess. There it is, 1.5 and 1.25. And so that is how you can use your graphing calculator to find the intersection points. By the way, you just graph these points on your coordinate plane, you'll be in good shape. All right, I hope that was useful.